My father bought this place in 1956, and he worked full-time at a factory, Greenfield Tap and Die, and he used this as it's basically a hobby farm for him. But he did, he did have some good crops here. And I was the youngest of 8 kids, so we always did something around the farm. We always, had playing at swimming in the pond, and always had something to do. But it kept 8 kids busy most of the time for the summer. I decided to, grow vegetables here part-time. I went to college for agriculture and plant and soil science. When I started farming, I did it like my father did, part-time. We'd grow a little bit of cucumbers and a little bit of just crops just for the fun of it. As the demand for fresh produce increased, I kept adding on different crops. And they kind of took off from there. We had more and more demand, and we built a farm stand. We're actually 60 acres of land. We grow about 25 acres of produce.
Albert lives in Jamaica, and he arrives around June 1st, and he departs in the end of the season in October. During the summer, he's my only full-time helper. He's like a machine, he can just keep going, and he'll work almost as much as I do. Albert's paid by the hour. He gets a little over $10 an hour, and his transportation is provided, from Jamaica to here, and we give him a place to stay and to live. And I haven't found anybody that's as reliable as him locally. I've had people quit in the middle of the season. Some people just aren't available. Sometimes the help nobody would apply. Their inexperience is the biggest thing. There's very few people that have the experience for what we do in this operation. It's so diversified. That's just the fact that I have somebody that really wants to work, that understands farming, that it's a 7-day-a-week job.
This is a strawberry patch. We're trying to get all the ripe strawberry. You move the bushes around and you find a nice sweet strawberry and you put them gently in the containers. Then you take them to the store and sort them out, and the customer come and have them. Junky ones, you throw them out. Customer doesn't like them.
So summertime comes along where it's 12-hour days, 7 days a week. I basically work this from April till November. And being a mechanic, I build a lot of stuff, repair stuff, and things like that. If I buy something that's pretty old, I'll tear it apart and rebuild it. All the tractors I've had have been rebuilt by me. Slowly, over the time, I kept acquiring equipment through auctions. I used to go to a lot of auctions. But actually it paid for itself over the years, just to be able to plant stuff really quick with minimal labor. Half the problem with me is that I don't have a full-time crew working. I'm doing a lot of stuff by myself. And if I need to plant a batch of squash, it takes a couple hours, so I can find somebody to help me out for an hour, family or something. My wife can help me after work. We'll go out and plant some squash. I have 2 kids. Well, my daughter is first year college, and she's knows the operation pretty good. As for the harvesting and the picking and all that stuff and selling of the crop.
This is the Bible. This is where all the plantings go. I accidentally watered it the other day. Don't tell my dad. Planting lettuce. Yesterday he planted radishes. This is lettuce, tomatoes, cabbage, broccoli, more cabbage, and a little bit of cauliflower. This is how we plant everything in these trays. Like all of our cabbage that we start inside, the lettuce. This is lettuce that I just planted.
My son is a sophomore in high school, and he's a summer job worker with some of his friends. He's a good worker when you get him here, but he's a straight A student, and I think if he wants to do anything on the farm, he can. But I think he'll more interested in finding a decent job. But a lot of interest in new farms right now. A lot of young people are some of the meetings I go to. Vegetable growers meetings are well attended by young people that are starting out farming. At my age, I try to keep it at the balance right now where it is, and it works out fine. I resist the urge to get bigger, even though I probably could very easily get a lot bigger. Growing vegetables, doing a nice job, the challenge of it, there's always a different challenge every year. To actually overcome the obstacles that you have and then actually produce a crop is probably the best thing that ever could happen, I mean, it's nothing that you can feel by working for somebody else.